team already ranked in the top 25, the others sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Moore. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Just keep slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, set.
Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll toss him to the left. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Past the 30. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Trying to beat the D deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a crease. It's Price. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. That's caught. It's Sategna. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Creates a little space. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Looking downfield on first down. Tosses it incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to him again. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
The Sooners will have it first and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a third and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Missouri. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Martin. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Morgan. He stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morgan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Haynes. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Stewart. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a third down, and guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got him. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The pitch to the left. He breaks a tackle. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's reeled in. It's Sategna. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they gamble in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Looking for room, it's Haynes. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Morgan. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Got his man. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by just 1 over Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Price. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pulls it in. It's Washington. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Buys a little time. He'll throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff from the gun. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Oh, he's got some space. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll go to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Michigan offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got his man. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morgan. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking down the middle. Connection to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Let's go! Let's go!
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Picks up the 1st down. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, with more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Here we go, set!
To the ground. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Caught near the sticks, it's Thomas. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Defense in press coverage. Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Lets it fly. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.